Well, it's Saturday morning and it's raining, and I tripped and ran my side into the cement countertop the, the day before yesterday, and it's sore, so I can't split wood or garden. So guess what? I'm here cooking. We ran out of burgers, so I'm going to make Chipotle bean burgers this morning and butterscotch pudding because I've got some orange yams that need to be dealt with. Do you like my shirt? Weapons of Fat Destruction. One of Janine Elder's shirts. Cute. Um. So I got all my ingredients over here lined up on the counter. And first thing I need to do is cook up some onion and veggies. So let me make sure I got everything I need. Hi, Marta. I got this from Janine Elder's PotatoWisdom.com. She's got a shirt store. And that's where I got the let's see, Fat Vegan, Skinny Bitch, the Skinny Bitch shirts. But they're both short sleeve and sleeveless, so I needed a long sleeve shirt this morning. It's a bit cool. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is saute the onion. And I'm going to use the juice from my... Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Susan P. North Carolina's raining too, huh? Raining here too. So nothing left to do but cook. And I didn't want to cook alone, so I just came on to see if any of you were around. I see AJ's not on till 4 o'clock because she's interviewing or having the fella talk who's from Australia. So, start with the onion. And then we're going to add some other vegetables. So I got everything cut up and ready to go. I just need to put it all in. What's everybody up to? Getting warm now that I'm cooking, although I've been preparing all morning here. Yesterday, even though I was sore, I was trying to do some stuff. I got my potatoes starts, so I had to get my potatoes in the ground. Oh, Marta, what are you cooking? So I got all my potatoes in, and then there were 3 fruit trees that we had to actually dig up because when we took all our Leyland cypress trees out, the guys were concerned that they'd fall over onto the baby fruit trees. Oh, Susan, the cauliflower bisque is so good, isn't it? Ah, yes, oat groats. We've got Stephen has 2 more mornings before I have to do oat groats again. Chicken curry brown rice, Marta. Ooh, that sounds good. And basmati. Yeah. I made ali gobi matar, the Indian broccoli or cauliflower and potato dish, and chana masala the other day. Ooh, you made sourdough bread. Oh, you can eat bread, huh, Martha? No flour for this kid. I'm too addicted to it. I got some vegetable juice here, pot liquor. Comes in handy for the onions. And then I'm going to add carrot, pepper. I got carrot and pepper. Yeah, I actually ate sourdough for a while on Dr. B's 28-day. But my tendency is to up the ante on the bread. So since I don't have to have it to survive, I thought, well, I'm just going to get off it for a while, just to that quiet brain. Nothing's as sweet as that quiet brain, and I just don't even think about it anymore, except for when people mention it. Thanks a lot, Marta. Yeah, can't eat just one piece, Susan. You are so right. So right. Okay, so bell pepper, garlic. Oh, we got to put the garlic in. And as usual, I have plenty of garlic. But she says 8 cloves, so AJ's right there with me. Yeah, corn tortillas are tough for me too. I don't eat those either. But I'll eat corn. I'll eat a ear of corn. I love that. And I seem to be able to eat these sludge muffins that I'm making. And they're somewhat limited because I can only make them when I have sludge. Well, Stephanie, corn tortillas they're hyper palatable. So they're a flour. They're a corn flour. So it just depends. I mean, AJ eats them. She has her tostadas. So it just depends on you. I start out having one, and then I have two, and then they need to be eaten, so I'll eat 5. So it's a slippery slope for me. So you just have to some people can have them every Tuesday night for every Taco Tuesday. So, and then that they forget about them. So you have to decide. Same with bread. I mean, if you could control bread, you can have it. Sludge is when I make my oat groat milk out of the Nutrimilk, it's what's left after you dispense the milk. So it's this thick, creamy goo that I thought, wow, I wonder if that would make my muffins less dry, because my corn muffins tend to be dry. So I tried it and it worked. And then I thought, well, I wonder if the soybean sludge would work. Same thing when I dispense the soybean milk. There's this sludge left in the Nutrimilk, and rather than just toss it down the sink, it will just wash down the sink. But I use it now to make my corn muffins, and it's really good. It makes them really moist. We like them. So, we're supposed to have wet starch, and it makes the muffin much wetter. Yeah, I make my own. I make Steven's corn muffins. He needs more calories than I do. His metabolism runs higher. So, and he can just have 1 or 2 of them, and then we freeze them, because since I make them and there's no preservative in them, they go fast. So we just freeze them. And then I don't, once I freeze something, I'm much better about not getting into it. Yeah, after the Jack LaLanne power juicer. Yeah, that's the sludge. That's the fiber that doesn't get through the strainer. Yeah. Hey, it's worth a try. Let me know. Is that what you use to make your milk, Stephanie? So this is supposed to cook 10 to 15 minutes because it's all got to get soft. So I'm just going to let her cook here. And then we're going to combine all the ingredients in a large bowl. And then we're going to chill it. Okay, we can do that. So rinsed and drained beans, and that's it. Okay, she doesn't even smash her black beans. Interesting. So how long have we been cooking? Well, not 15 minutes, because we've only been on here for 9. When you want to do juice vegetables and fruits. Oh, that would be interesting. Use Vitamix for almond milk and trying for making oat milk. Yeah, and then I thought, what about oat milk? And sure enough, if you soak the oat groats for at least a couple of hours, you can make creamy oat milk out of oat groats. It's really good. So, but yeah, that's a good idea that, try is the vegetable fiber and the fruit fiber, is it nice and, gooey? So I use it in place of the oatmeal in the recipes. So I use for the corn muffins, I use the corn meal, and then I use a cup of cornmeal and a cup of sludge. And if I have both oat and soy, some of each, I'll use a half a cup of each, or I'll use just oats or just soy. I've done it all three ways, and it's great any of those ways. Yeah, I soak the oat groats raw for a couple hours, and then try to blend it in the Vitamix. Yeah, because I used to make my soy milk in the Vitamix, and just to make rolled oat milk in the Vitamix, you just have to soak it for 10 or 15 minutes. So you're just soaking the raw oat groats longer. So Steven's working today. Say hi, Steven. He's putting that what's it called, honey? Tambers in underneath the sink here. So I can just open up the tambers and have access to under the sink. Stephanie says, hi, Steven.
Hi.
His name's with a PH. Stephen Ricky. You see my drawers, Stephanie, that he's made me on this side. This side's done. Those are the drawers that he's already made. And he's got the first bay partially done on this left side, and now he's working under the sink. And then there's the one underneath the stovetop here. And then he's done. And I want him to come ride with me this year. I've got a tour coming up at the end of the month. I'm calling it the Cherry Blossom Tour, but the cherry blossoms will already be here and gone in Wenatchee by the time we get there, probably. But something will be blooming. So we're going to spend 5 days the first week in May doing rides in the Wenatchee area. Oh, you guys probably want to see. This is what I'm working on here. Just cooking that down to where it's soft. Yes, Wenatchee is a beautiful place to ride. We go up through the orchards. I wonder if I'm supposed to. Yeah, okay. I'm not supposed to throw the tomatoes in, just the tomato juice. We'll ride to Kashmir, the little town that makes applets and cutlets. And we'll ride almost to Leavenworth. It'll depend on the group, but I've only taken the ride to even short of Shaston, which is a little town east of Leavenworth. And then the day we leave on Friday, we'll do what we call the ride to Plain. Oh, cool, Susan P. You picked apples in Wenatchee 40 years ago. That was a little while ago. Where do you live now? My brother lives in Wenatchee, so that's how I know the area and why we started riding there. Okay. I'll wait till this dry. I cook the water out of this, and then it'll be ready. I need to get a big bowl. Oh, North Carolina. You're a long way from home. That's right. You already told me that it's rainy in North Carolina. Ta-da! So, gosh, there's an ant trying to get into our food. 'Tis the season. Nothing we can do about it. All right. So sorry. So I'm just going to combine all the ingredients. So I've got brown rice, black beans, ham and yams, chili powder, smoked paprika, cumin, and chipotle powder. Chipotle. And all that I just was cooking. All right. And then tomatoes. How many burgers? A lot. This makes a lot of burgers. We'll have to count them. Supposed to put whole tomatoes, but I didn't have any, so I'm just putting diced tomatoes in. Yeah, we got rain the next 10 days. That's so cool, Susan, that you were out here for 3 years just bumming around. The days when you had no fear of anything. I hear ya. Stephanie, I don't see why you couldn't use Marasaki potatoes instead of Hannah. I mean, even regular potatoes would probably work. But this makes a ton of burgers, and so I freeze them. And actually, I don't cook them first. I just freeze them. So she just uses her hands. And the only thing is if I do that, then I'm not going to be able to touch the computer. But I think I'm going to have to use my hands, because that's the only way to mix this big, huge mess. Well, here we go. You can smell those spices. That's great. The farmer's market is this morning, and I was going to go over, but I got up and just didn't feel like going anywhere. How's Kathy Fisher's burger recipe, Stephanie? Is that also a Chipotle burger, or is that a different kind of burger? All right. So what we're going to do is chill this now for several hours before I form patties with it, I think. Let's see here. Yeah. It says chill for several hours or overnight. So I'm going to try to switch it to a smaller bowl to fit in the refrigerator. Yeah, I think I can fit that in a smaller bowl, don't you? Try this one. This one might be a little bit. We'll see. I think it's going to work. All right. So that's why I wanted to do it this morning, so it has all day to chill. And then you just form it into burgers. And I mean, look at how many burgers that must make. That's Chef A never says, because she doesn't know what size you're going to make them, but she says to use a half a cup. So I'll use a half a cup and make them each a half a cup. All right. So that's the burger. And I'll go ahead and stick a saran wrap on top of there lightly. And then stick that in the fridge. And then we'll make butterscotch pudding. So, ooh, boy, that's heavy. So I got those vanilla beans at Costco, and I used all 10 of them already. So there. But I still got a little bit of my wild vanilla powder for the. Oh shoot, guys! I didn't put in the cilantro to the burger mix. I'll do that in a minute. I got some garlic that's sprouting. I'm going to stick it in the ground today. Veggie burger, but it has chipotle powder in the recipe. I leave it out though. You leave it out? Oh man, that's what gives it a pop. All right. So let's turn the page to butterscotch. Oh, that's butterscotch ice cream. Here's butterscotch pudding. Butterscotch pudding 253. There it is. All right, so we're going to put all this in the blender. The first thing I'm going to do is the banana, because then it makes it kind of fluidy for the rest. Ah, yes, I understand, Stephanie. Sensitivity makes it no fun. I just made Dr. Greger's hot sauce out of poblano peppers. And you just cook the peppers with some onion and in water till they're soft. and then you blend them and add apple cider vinegar. And that's really good. Okay, so this, and I'm going to put in, I took a little bit too much cord up here. That much. I had the whole cord out because of something I was doing the other day. I really should have an apron on, but how do I show you my shirt if I put an apron on over it? Okay, so get pumpkin pie spice. We need half a tablespoon. I need to fill up my pumpkin pie spice again. I don't want to chintz myself on it. Leave that out so that I fill it up again. And how much vanilla? Half a teaspoon of vanilla. I don't know if I have a half a teaspoon, but I'll try here. We just got AJ a whole pound of vanilla for her birthday. That was fun. Oh yeah, I have a half a teaspoon. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and blend the banana first. Plug your ears. And sweep it in. Get this guy out. Boy, it's dry today. I think I'll add a little bit of something to it. Some milk. This is my creamy oat milk. Just a little bit. We'll see here. See how nice that is. So good. Just like a tablespoon. See if that's enough. Amazing how little it takes. That's, when it has the four corners coming in, then you know it's blending. Oh, the picture is pixelated. You know what? I think because I'm a newbie, YouTube automatically puts me on a lower pixel range, and I am not sure how to switch it. But I think there is a way I can switch it. I'm just not sure what that is. So if any of you have a clue, let me know. I'm a little bit challenged when it comes to all this YouTube stuff and just any of it, any of the different things. So I'm just looking on here to see. It says edit. Oh, that's going into my settings. Hi, Karen. I just finished, Karen. I made butterscotch pudding and AJ's Chipotle bean burgers. So I saw Chef AJ isn't on until 4 today, so I thought I'd get this done in the morning because then the burgers have to sit out or sit in the refrigerator. But I did forget to put the cilantro in, so I'm going to grab them back and add the cilantro. So here's the Chipotle burger mix, Karen. I just cleaned my hands off, so I think I'll try to use a spoon. And I just chopped up a whole thing of cilantro. I like stems and everything. So I'm putting the whole thing in. See if this will work. So how's it in Tulsa, Oklahoma this morning, Karen? Oh, is Jessie here? Jessie, how are you doing? Oh, it's nice to have you, though. Eat away. Have your breakfast. Gotta have that. I had a bowl of vegetables and then another bowl of vegetables with a Japanese sweet potato. Delish. And then I had a banana. Hey, Jessie, I made chana masala and I made the Ali Gobi Matar, or however it's pronounced. That's pretty good, wouldn't you say, you guys? It's pretty mixed now. I think it's acceptable. I don't know why I tend to miss an ingredient. It was sitting right here. Crazy. All right, back to the fridge it goes. So put another layer here. This one's kind of holy. There. Okay. 73 degrees. Wow. Jessie, it was okay. It's, of course, not like what you get in a restaurant. So, and I somehow, how do I remember? Because, I mean, I haven't eaten Indian food in so long. But the second day, it was much better. And I just think it's going to get better as I adjust to the different taste. It's probably because The ones at the restaurant were probably full of oil and sugar and salt and who knows what. But yeah, not the same, but the flavor does improve. I mean, that happened to me with the other stuff. Is that I just now I prefer the other stuff. So to me, going into a restaurant is like an alcoholic going into a bar. They're just I don't know why anybody want to do it, trying to abstain the way we are. I just stay away from them. They're such a disappointment when I do go. So. Whoa! These big bowls or something, aren't they? Steven's got a moving blanket down, so he's got something to sit on when he's working under the sink. And that's what I tripped on the other day. I really messed myself up. Yes, the butterscotch pudding is so easy. That's why I like to make it, to show how easy it is. I mean, the only thing is you have to have your yams roasted so that they're ready. But a lot of times, because I always batch roast a bunch of potatoes, I've got them in there. And so that's our excuse, is we don't want them going bad, so we're going to make some pudding. So that's what I did. So tonight we'll have burgers, and then I'm going to boil cabbage and potatoes. And we'll have cabbage and potatoes, and then we'll have butterscotch pudding. So dinner is served. Lunch, yesterday I roasted honey nut squash. So we'll do honey nut squash and raw veggies. Maybe even sushi. And I think after this, I'm going to go out for my walk. I'm going to have to put rain gear on. It's so foggy, you can't even see Paul's going over there. Just sucked in today. What's Stephanie saying? Yeah, honey nut squash is really good. I get it at Sprouts. It's a smaller squash, like acorn squash. And I cut it in half and scrape out the seeds and just toss it on a silicone mat and roast it for 45 minutes to an hour, till it starts getting brown on top. And we had half a squash each yesterday. And it's so good. We like to eat a half a squash, and then if we still need starch, we'll have something else, like a sweet potato, and then have a half the next day or for dinner, because we want to stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, look for honey nut squash. They're really good. We looked at them for a while and finally thought we should just try one, and that's what we did. And now I like to get them either a honey nut or kabocha whenever they're available. My Asian store has kabocha a lot more often than the regular Sprouts does. Okay, so piling up the dishes again. But I got a lot of them done before I came on today. Gosh, I got tomatoes everywhere here. So today's a workout day. I'm hoping I can do something. I'm going to try to do something, even though I'm so sore. I might have to modify the upper body and the sit-ups. But I can do squats and lunges. That doesn't bother my ribs, my rib cage. I'm gonna quit beating on this body of mine. So for the squash, I'll just stick it in a container. What should I put it in here? Let's see here. What do I want to put it in? I need to go to Goodwill and get some dessert dishes to put the pudding in. Oh, your Asian store had tiny Japanese sweet potatoes. My Asian store has big Japanese sweet potatoes and small Hawaiian and small white potatoes. And so I have these nets, and I just gather them all up and put them in, and they roast really nice. So I love the purple Hawaiian ones. They're $3.29 a pound, but they're so good. I have to have them. Okay, what am I going to put my pudding in? Let's see if I've got something over here. Oh, yeah. This will work. So let's have a look at this. There you have it. Yummy. Perfect. I get to lick the. That just tastes just like pudding. It's so neat how with our food we can lick the bowl. And you don't have to feel guilty. There. Let's see how I get this out of here. If you use potatoes, it might change their color a little bit, but it might just make it lighter. Are they white or yellow? The potatoes you were talking about. Yum. Let's see what else we got here. I went to get frozen banana out of my freezer yesterday, and I'm all out. I didn't even know I was out. You know, with creamies, you put the fruit in, and then you freeze it in the pint things. So I haven't been using my frozen fruit as much. And, you know, sometimes we'll kind of forget about creamies and ice cream, and we'll be doing something else for a while. But right now I'm trying to use stuff up because I want to clean out all my freezers. And so I'm trying to get stuff out of the freezer so it's not so hard to switch it to another freezer. Except for I just made all those soups last week. Oh, yes. It's, let's see. It's 3 cups of roasted sweet potatoes. So, if you get a big sweet, yellow sweet or orange sweet, that can almost be a cup. But I used up all my orange sweet potatoes, and I had to use some hamma. And it didn't take away from the color because it was just a little bit of hamma. The last cup to make the 3rd cup, I put that in. And just amazing. It's so simple. So what I'm doing now is I'm just using the Vitamix scraper to get all the stuff around the blade. So I don't want to waste any of that pudding. My goodness. So today, I think I'm just going to walk and do a workout. We got laundry going. And then I'm just going to just relax, do paperwork. And there's check-in at 2:00. Definitely do that. Visit with Miss Zena. Okay. Anybody doing anything exciting today? It's kind of not fun to have a slow day for me. It's been so crazy busy. Next week, the Azure order is going to come in. I'm trying to get some organic soybeans. So they were supposed to arrive on yesterday. I'll have to check the site and see if they came in. And black beans too. It's taking a while for them to come in. And they've got some balsamic vinegar I'm going to try. It's a little bit more expensive than Costco, but for some reason the calories on Costco say 45 calories per tablespoon, and this one I'm getting from Azure has 10. So and they have the same ingredients of white wine vinegar and grape must. So, and they're both out of Moderna. So I don't know what the deal is, how one could be, and they're both 6% acidity, which is fine for me. I don't need the 4%. I don't know how the 4% can be. Well, 4% I guess is 30 calories per tablespoon. So how can the 6% be more calories than usually they're 10, 15 calories. Oh, Jennifer, hey. What did I miss? Working on your homeowner's budget, Jesse. Yes, I'm a fan, big fan. Pretty good, wouldn't you say? I'd say I've pretty much cleaned it all out. Now I get to eat the rest. This is your breakfast, Jennifer? Steel cut oats, shiitake mushrooms, zucchini, collard, spinach, garlic, onion powders, water, and a small amount of nooch. Spiced up with red crushed pepper. Boy, that sounds awesome. Urfa chilies you and Gina found? Oh, what are those? Dulcin sprouts. Boy, Jesse, that just sounds delicious. Watching Plant-Based Love video they put out today, and Angel was saying to be careful with raisins and oil. The Sun-Made brand, if not organic, can have oil but not listed as an ingredient. Well, Costco sells organic, so I hope those are okay. You think maybe they sneak oil in the balsamic? It doesn't have it on the ingredients, but they're supposed to be working on their no salt seasoning too. They said it might take months though. Yes, all dry foods, most of them have oil added, but they usually put it in the ingredients. I think it's a big deal. It's definitely noticeable for me. I mean, dried fruits are high in calorie as it is, and then to add oil to them. Doesn't have any calories. Boy, that's a lie. They've gotten through some loophole with that. So calorically dense. Boy, thanks, Stephanie. Good to know. But I only get organic. Isn't that funny that they can't get away with it with the organic ones? Interesting. Yeah, but a small amount of oil is so different than a small amount of, say, vinegar. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I love this little thing. See, it grabs little bits of. Then they might set someone off if they eat them. That's the thing. Those dopamine receptors, they can detect anything. That's the big thing, is how it sets the mind off. I'm trying to think of something that happened to me the other day. I think I was talking to somebody, and they were talking about having just a little bit of something. And I said, it's not the amount, it's what it does to your brain. And it's such a slippery slope. Just having a little bit today and then a little bit more tomorrow, or maybe even a month from then. And, it'd be like an alcoholic just saying, oh, I'm just going to have, one little sip. Yeah, right. Fight. Well, I think I'm going to go. It's so nice to have everybody. Thank you so much for coming. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I still got lots of soup. Hey, Martha. Thanks for coming. Oh, Jennifer, the tool I'm using is the Vitamix scraper. You can get it on Amazon. Cook away, Martha. I'm going to go for a walk. All right. Take care, everybody. Here I go.